What have you done? Why did you kill him? Our poor Leafy, how could you? Look, thank you for helping me out, but surely you could have found a non-violent solution. What? No, not at all. Leafy and I are friends. He got scared, that's all. Scared and hungry after... Oh, Shellen, this is a nightmare. What did I do to deserve this? What sin did I commit? It's all the demons. I've never seen dogs behave like this. It's worse than rabies. Worse than plague. Those monsters have brought madness to our city. People have lost their minds and have started killing each other. And now the dogs have gone berserk. Langrat Massini, at your service. Oh? I am the first violin in this very theater. Or at least, that's who I was before disaster struck. Now I'm just like you. Just another victim, hiding from savage monsters among the ruins, hoping to see the sun rise just one more time. They're strays, the poor things. We feed them every once in a while. They look so miserable. I guess they were quick to forget about our friendship. Or maybe it was the insidious Baphomet who made them attack their patrons. Out of where? The orchestra pit or the theater? The only way out of the theater is through the seats, and that's where those killers are. And the orchestra pit... There was a door over there, but it was blocked by some rubble. Long ago, way before the attack. Another option is the stage, but we'd be out in the open, and that's just what they want. So, there you have it. No way out. All we can do is pray.
Good work. One less goon for them, one more knife for us. You're not half bad yourself. The name's Reckhart. We should stick together, and maybe we'll make it out of this slaughterhouse. It's a deal then. Alright, that's enough small talk. We better figure out how we're getting out of here. I have to make it to the Defender's Heart, no matter what it... Wait!
Wait! Don't! I'm a friend, not a cultist! See? I saw you. Do what you did. It was horrible. So much blood. But I guess you had no other choice, right? Those cultists are animals. How are there so many of them all of a sudden? Where did they come from?
What do you think? They've been living here this whole time, walking the same streets as us, breaking bread with us. Maybe they've even dropped by this theater of yours a time or two, to listen to some music and dream about what they were going to do once they seized power. Anyway, what do you want from us?
You two want to get out of here? I have an idea of how you could pull it off. I've worked in this theater for a long time, so I know every nook and cranny in the place. I could point you toward a way out, but you have to promise me that you'll take me with you. No, you'll have to swear it. I don't want to die in here. Basically, there's a... Hold on a minute. First, give me your word that you won't leave me here to die. I'm not telling you anything until you promise me.
Then listen. This theater is very old, you know. It was built back in the times of the First Crusade, almost 100 years ago. Its stage has been graced by such legends as...
Get to the point.
Huh? Oh, right. Anyway, it's an old theater, and between you and me, the city doesn't have the coin to maintain it properly. The foundation is sinking deeper and deeper every year. There are caves beneath our feet, you know. This place has cracks running up the walls, and no matter how much we complain, all the city authorities do is,
So at any rate, the floor in the basement collapsed recently. We just covered the hole with planks, more or less. But if you were to remove them, you could get into the catacombs. It's scary down there, all right. But not as scary as what's going on up here. There, I've told you. No tricks, you hear? You promised you wouldn't leave without me.
Well, it's not a plan yet. Just a lead that could help us make one. We need to go and take a look at this hole for ourselves. It could work.
This theater's got lots of secrets. But as for one that could help us survive right now, give me a moment to think. Maybe something will come to me. Shelyn, preserve us all.
So listen, here's what I wanted to tell you before this fool crept up on us. No matter what it takes, I have to make it to the Defender's Heart. It's a tavern, you know it? Great, because believe it or not, that watering hole is now the most important place in what's left of the city. It's been made into the headquarters for the remnants of the resistance against the demons. You might not think it to look at me, but I work for the Paladins, from the Order of the Eagle Watch. The resistance was put together by their leaders, Anevia and Irabeth Tirabade. And I have information for them. Something big. Something they need to know right now. I'm serious. The lives of everyone in this city depend on me delivering this report. Hard to believe, huh? Well, the city isn't gonna curl up and die just like that. Everyone with the strength to fight is gathering at the Defender's Heart. And everyone without it too, I suppose. Sitting behind Paladin shields is safer, sure enough. No, I am definitely not a knight. More like the opposite. But there are times when knights need the help of folks like me. You get the picture? I'm just a scout. And well, sometimes I do other things for them. Off the books. The demons are preparing to launch an attack on the tavern. They're hoping to crush what's left of the city's defenders in one fell swoop. I was listening in on their plans when they caught me, tied me up, and threw me in here. I gotta warn the Paladins so that those fiends don't cut them all down. Instead, I'm lounging around at this luxury resort. I hope I make it to the heart alive. I really hope I make it. But if I do end up kicking the bucket along the way, I want you to deliver my report instead. Find Commander Irabeth Tirabade or her wife Anevia at the tavern. Tell them the demons at the Tower of Estrad are preparing a large-scale assault. They have to know. They have to be ready. Do you understand? Then let's find a way out of this dump for starters. It might be worth talking to some of the other prisoners. They look like a bunch of half-dead wimps, but who knows? They could be of some use.
what a to-do. We were scrambling this way with undead herring after us going, oh, and snap, snap, snap with their teeth. And then you all appear out of nowhere going, oh no, monsters, eek! But me, I never abandon a person in need. No way, no how. Saving people in need is what I'm good at. Stick with me, and we'll all make it out of this alive.
We're the ones who saved you, dolt. Take care with this one. A friendly idiot can be more dangerous than an enemy.
Hold on, I'm not... Yes, everything's in such turmoil right now you can't even trust me. I get it. I get it. In that case... I swear on my life, on the sublime Desna who bears the name of the Song of the Spheres, and on my magnificent boots, that I will protect you from the monsters and lead you to a safe place, wherever that may be. Indeed, how silly of me. My manners are all over the place after fleeing from those things. Allow me to introduce myself. Sendrimel Knuckles Kimberton Tourmaline. Just Sentry to my friends. And this is my pal Brody. Yep, he's a gravedigger here. Or something like that.
Pale, sweating, emaciated, wandering gaze, and... what's that? A bite mark on his neck? There's no doubt about it. This man's got ghoul fever. He's either an idiot who didn't realize he was sick, or he's a liar and he deliberately kept quiet about it. Either way, he needs to die. Now.
Have mercy, I beg you. I have a family, children. What fever? I don't feel sick at all, I swear.
One more word, and I'll slit your throat. I'll stop when the dead rest, when the cultists are wiped out, and when the demons go back to the abyss. Until then, our survival is my top priority.
Whoa! There's no need for weapons and threats. Taking somebody's life like it's worth nothing, it's not right. I swear I didn't know that Brody was sick. I was kind of distracted by other things, you know? First we were chasing the snappers around the cemetery, and then they were chasing us, but on the bright side, I know how to help him. There's a crypt in the cemetery full of interesting knickknacks, including a scroll that's sure to cure Brody's fever. That's right! If we go and get it, we'll be saving an innocent man's life. How should I describe it? It's all stony and fancy. It's on the far side of the cemetery. There's a wizard interred in it, a scholar I greatly admire. He was a master of many things, and he was a collector of magical objects too. And the library he had, ooh, it was an ogre, miss. Get it? As big as an ogre? Oh, except ogres are stupid and libraries are smart.
Oh, fantastic. Our heroic sorcerer is nothing but a common thief, and one with a lousy sense of humor to boot.
Hold your horns there, my morose young man. You're looking at everything in the worst possible light. If you like, I can give you a pink crystal to look at the world through. That'll put a smile on your face. I was only looking for one book. The esteemed wizard took it to his grave. Literally. The thought of stealing never even crossed my mind. I left everything exactly where it was. The potions, the scrolls, the jewels, everything. I read, I learned some useful information, and I left. That's it.
You were in a tomb full of magical objects and scrolls, and you didn't take a thing? How have you survived this long?
When I went down into the crypt, there was no sign of any snappers. I found the book I was after, I read it, and it was so fascinating that I picked up another to read, and another. And then something made an almighty bang! The wizard himself had risen from his tomb! Well, wasn't I just shaking in my boots with my heart in my throat? But I very politely cast a spell on him, and he went down like a lamb. That's when I realized there was something weird going on outside. I decided to sit tight. There were plenty of books, so I wouldn't lack for something to do. Then later on, I heard shouting and I ran to the rescue. There you have it.
Canabris is under attack. Demons, dark creatures, cultists, marauders. The city is overrun. You're lucky you were away from the thick of things. An annoying little twerp like you would have been snuffed out in no time.
Oh, that does explain a lot. All the more reason to save as many people as we can. A scroll that can cure almost any affliction. They're very rare, and therefore extremely valuable. I'm no thief, but since it's for a good cause, I think we can borrow it from our dear departed wizard. I have no idea, to be honest. We only became friends after I saved him from the snappers not long ago. You're better off asking him.
Sir, I'll tell you everything, but please, have mercy. I was just an ordinary gravedigger doing my job, when suddenly somebody attacked me from behind and beat me, right here. I thought I was as good as dead. I panicked and spun around and whacked this thing with my shovel. And I saw it was a ghoul. It was laid out on the ground, twitching. I gave it a couple of wallops for good measure. And I felt fine, that's the honest truth. Except I haven't been able to eat a crumb of food since. I thought it was all those corpses of the damned rising from their graves. They stink to high heaven, I'm sure you've noticed it yourself. So I didn't know I was sick until your friend said it. I swear I didn't know.
My eye? What eye? Oh, this eye! Oh, my friend, that is a long story. The telling really demands a whole barrel of ale, but fair enough, I'll tell you anyway. My adventuring once led me to the frozen lands of Irisen. Back then, I was on a quest for the Ice Flower, a rare crystal that I hoped to add to my collection, and out of the blue, I was set upon by 3 frostworms, if you'll believe it. I dispatched 2 of them, but the third knocked me over a cliff edge. Down and down I went, and then a branch on the cliff face pierced my eye, and that's how I survived. A small price to pay, eh? So don't worry about me. As they say, what the eye cannot see, the heart cannot miss.
Irison, frostworms, a conveniently placed branch. Listening to his jabbering is hurting my ears. Make him stop, will you? A good kick should do it.
Really? You'll do it? Oh, praise the gods! Believe me, sir, I'll find a way to repay you, and I'll help however I can.
I knew you'd come to the right decision. Let's go. Time to get out of this graveyard. And remember, the crypt containing the scroll is all the way over yonder by the gate.
Pardon me for butting in, but you may recall that I also need to get into a crypt here. The one with a rose on it? You know what? Forget it. I'm not setting a foot in there. I'm not ending up in the belly of an undead. Vow or no. I should just stay here where it's safe. Alive and...
Enough chatting. Let's go already. Oh, we're in for it now. See the fancy armor that corpse is wearing? That's a local celebrity, one of the great generals of yore. Something's telling me he didn't rise from the grave to give us a tour of his favorite taverns. Our goose is cooked.
I swore an oath to protect my companions, so leave this to me. I do not know how to explain it. I just sense I will be able to overpower him with my magic. I am quite sure of it.
Gut instinct isn't gonna cut it. We need a plan that is clear and foolproof, and I just happen to have one. We will immobilize him, and then we'll swiftly finish him off. They left a winch with a loaded platform up there. Lead the cadaver straight under the load. I'll cut the ropes. The platform will crush him, and you will finish him off.
What? Of course not. I'm going to need help. Listen, I will engage him on my own and freeze him, from the end of his hair to the tips of his toes. Yep, don't you worry, I know what I'm doing. Well, almost. I've never frozen any fellow quite that big, but most of my enemies are larger than me, and so far I've always come out on top, that I have. So, what was I talking about? Oh, yes, I can do it. I'm sure I can. I feel it in my gut, you see. So once the dead man is frozen stiff, run up and lay into him with everything you've got. I swear on my collection of neckties, this is how victories are made.
Then speak. Good. Just remember, don't take any stupid risks. He'll pulverize you if you get too close. Just lead the corpse under the platform.
دوشتو كرايا ألوسنا أتوزنس
There he is on yonder hill. I bet he's pulling some awful faces at us from under that ridiculous mask. Yup. Let's wallop him so he sends us back and troubles us no more.
Hold on. Aren't you going to explain any of this? Where are we? Who is that fool in the mask, and what does he want from us?
I don't know. I swear I don't. I can make a pretty good guess, more like. You see, how do I explain it? I swear on my fluffy socks that I don't know what I've got myself tangled up in. That fellow's been on my tail for days and days, even before I got to Canabras. I could sense his presence deep in my gut, and that's all I know. I bet he's got something nasty in mind. Hey, you! Why don't you come down here and tell us who you are and what you want from us? At last you're mine. You will pay for making me chase after you for so long. You tried to deny me what was mine by right. And the rod, my rod, you will pay for that. My face is hidden. My name shrouded in secret. I am a servant of the Great One, and a vessel for his might. I am nothing, but I am destined for greatness.
The usual cultist gabble. Sounds mysterious, but it's just empty words.
The mortals have forgotten the name of the Great One. They will remember it. They will remember it and tremble. Hear the name of my master and yours, doomed ones. Sithard.
Huh? I thought he was gonna say Baphomet or Discari. Sith who? That's a new one for me.
Not you. The gnome. A long time. Too long. It is something that came into his possession by chance. Something he does not understand. A shard of the Great One's power. The same power resides within me. But I mastered it. I absorbed it. I learned its ways. Once I have gathered all the shards, my master will be reborn. In the abyss, in the kingdom of my master, your master too, the master of all worlds. From you, I want you to die. From the gnome, I want a stolen treasure. Something he acquired by chance. Great power. It is mine. Mine. Ha! Maybe I didn't know how to wield this power, but I swear on my bandaged eye that I will soon learn. Thanks for keeping him talking. While he was poking around in my head, I was poking around in his. All right then, let's get ourselves back home before he gains the upper hand again.
Whose side are you even on? What's going on here?
I'm on our side, of course. Who else's? As for what's going on, I heard the same as you. That scoundrel serves someone called Sithard. No doubt a hideous creature with a name like that. He carries within him a piece of this Sithard's power, and it seems I do too. I don't have a clue what's going on, but everything's relatively clear. All right, enough chit-chat. This villain will come to at any moment and close the portal. Get going. Shoo! Don't you worry about me. I'll be sticking around here. Have you lost your mind? We're in the middle of nowhere, in a blizzard, without hats, gloves, or even a fur coat between us. And now with no way home. You'll live to regret this, mark my words, you will. But, even so, thank you. You are true friends. Your words have warmed my heart. Well, since we're all stuck here now, onward. Let's take down that masked madman.